From high atop the percolator, it's time for Java with John. Here's Johnny!
Oh, there you are. Righty-ho.
Johnny, how are you today, sir?
Warm.
Yes, it is. It is. We have a pleasant day here as well for the first time in a while. We've been sitting at 16, 17, 18, but I think today we're around 24, 25, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know where we're at today. All I know is it's warm. So I'm not shirking this one. So
Okay.
this is well welcome.
Yes, it certainly is. I think we've waited a long time for warmer weather. That's for sure. Well, oh wait, I've got my my notes off here to the side, which are not always easy for me to A, read, or B, find. Oh wait, I better. I have to put that list up on the side so I
That's
know
why I use this.
what we want to talk about. So we must be down to something about a smile, and I have a smile. I'm sure that you saw it. So we're probably both smiling over the same thing, along with a couple of others. But yesterday, my niece Jill did post on Facebook that she was cancer free, and boy, that
Yeah.
that brings a smile
Congratulations.
to my face.
Yeah. 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 Now comes the next chapter in life. So
Yes, yeah, you have to make adjustments, and but boy, she's conquered that one anyway.
yeah. Yeah. That's a big hurdle to get over. So
Yeah.
congratulations, Joe.
National Day. So, what national day is it? I found several.
Mm-hmm.
The one that sort of struck me humorous was it's National Paper Airplane Day.
Okay.
All right, and that got me because I have a paper airplane story to share with you.
Sure.
50 some years ago, when I started teaching, well, before I started teaching, when I was going to teachers college in Ottawa, I used to make the home games on Sunday nights, usually of the Ottawa 67s, the junior A, or the major junior hockey team there. And one thing that I used to go there, and I used to sit in the end, but up high. And what seemed to be the sport that year was everybody, and they would have 8 or 9,000 at their home games. Everybody that sat in that one end of the rink seemed to make paper airplanes in between periods from high up in that end zone, used to shoot them down over the crowd and out onto the ice.
Mm-hmm.
So, so the next year when I started teaching in Brockville, and I arranged for my grade 7 home form class to go to the game, and I told them that was one of the big things in where we were going to be sitting, was making a paper airplane and throwing it on the ice. Well, I must report that one of the kids in my class has been relatively successful. In fact, he was probably the top academic kid in that class, but he's now the CEO and the chief financial officer for the Ottawa Senators in the NHL. And I see him once in a while, and I remind him, Cyril, remember that day we went to the 60? He said, yes, sir, I do. Yeah. So that's my national day. I thought it was struck the right bell with me. Anything in your lines, because you usually look up other happenings on this date,
Well,
or birthdays, or what?
speaking of aircraft, Today was the inaugural day that the Concorde flew.
Oh,
1976. The greatest plane in travel history. Why it
yes.
got grounded for one accident is beyond me, but yeah, but
Yes.
that was quite a feat when it came to subsonic travel
Oh,
between England and the United States. Yeah,
yeah. I was.
yeah.
I did actually get to see one of the Concords.
Hmm.
Rebecca and I, we went to Ireland on a holiday. She booked
Hmm.
it, so it was sort of circuitous. We flew from Ottawa. No, no, we flew from Montreal to Paris, and there is
Okay.
still one of those parked at the airport in Paris, and I got to see my. Well, actually, I had seen it once before, but never up that close. So I got to see a Concorde. That's my
Hmm.
claim to fame today.
Cool. Cool. Um, 50 years ago today, what was popular on the music charts? What? One
Uh,
piece at a time? Johnny Cash?
oh,
Never heard
ah,
it. Get Up and Boogie by Silver Convention?
oh, okay.
Never heard it. Silly Love Songs by The Wings. One of the worst songs Paul McCartney ever did. I heard it. Disco Duck.
Oh, all right.
There we go. That was
Oh,
number 5 today.
oh, okay.
And Love Hangover by Diana Ross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Disco Duck was actually on the charts, and God, that was 1976 was a really bad year for music. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I was, I think a month after that ended, our group was going on a professional development thing north of Pembroke, of all places, and
Hmm.
I was the driver for our group, and one of the guys in my group was I always called him Brockville's oldest teenager because
Hmm.
at 40 years old he still thought he was a teenager. And anyways, that song came on the radio, and of course they were flipping the interior light on and off to Disco Duck. I don't know. That was their entertainment. Disco Duck. You got it.
Uh,
Okay. Well, pet peeve, grind my gears, whatever you want to call it. You got anything in that category today, sir?
Mother Nature.
Ah,
You don't need to feed Mother Nature in the summer times. Wintertime, you can feed Mother Nature all you want. Summer, quit feeding squirrels peanuts. They bury them. Your neighbors get angry.
ah,
Uh, my gardens have been torn up every day for the past 2 weeks because one of my neighbors thinks it's cute to feed the squirrels.
oh, yes.
Squirrels don't bury food where the food source is. They bury it away from the food source so they can get it in the winter. I hate squirrels. I hate people that feed squirrels. That's all I'm going to say. There's my pet peeve.
Okay.
Don't feed squirrels.
Well, I can relate to that story a little bit. I'll tell you my favorite squirrel story here at home is we were gifted a string of outdoor lights to put on our
Mhm.
gazebo,
Yeah.
and so here's all around this are hanging a light bulb in with the socket to connect into. Well, would you believe in the wintertime, though, not in the summer, a squirrel
Mhm.
got up and chewed that light socket away.
Yep.
Yep. So that's my squirrel story, and we have one less light and we've survived 3 summers now without it. But the darn squirrel, and I found the socket over in our yard, as you said. They
Hmm.
carry them away, right? Well, it carried
Yeah,
that socket away, but I found it in the summer.
yeah. It's I've got a 6 foot high, 3/8 inch pole holding up my bird feeder. They can climb that thing. It's smooth. I put wax on it, and they can still climb it. Oh, where'd you go? What?
I don't know. I've completely gone. I tried to reset my camera here.
It's
Uh,
okay. I'll just say I put you on timeout.
I'm. It says capture
You're
resolution
number
is not
one.
supported in this device. Okay, it doesn't
You're
like me.
number one.
Okay, well, it looks like you're going solo today. Uh, I'll do the audio part, and that's probably what's best for everybody. Is if I just do audio. I'll try my camera later on,
No
trying to
problem.
see if I can get it to come on. Song of the day. Anything? Well, you mentioned about the songs from 50 years ago. Any that striking your mind or popped into your head in the last week or so?
Not really. It's been actually I've been outside so much that I haven't listened to the radio, anything. TV, my phone stays inside. Been busy. Gardening, gardening, gardening. Oh, hang on. It's the Blue Man Group.
Oh, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I did see them in Las Vegas when we were there. That was a long time
That would
ago.
have been something to see. But yeah,
Yes,
no. How about yourself? You got a song in mind?
yes, I do, and it's "Walking After Midnight" by Patsy Cline. And you say, "Oh, gee,
Okay.
and why?" And I'm saying it's because it's Patsy Cline because in it's today Tuesday, so in 3 days' time we're flying to North Carolina for a grandson's wedding, and my son is driving down, and his first night, his goal is to drive as far as Winchester, West Virginia. Well, and
Hmm.
I said to him, "That's the home of Patsy Cline." So that's why that song stuck in my mind for today.
I'll tell you a funny story about Patsy Cline, old country. This came into my brain. Forrest Gump. Remember the movie Forrest Gump?
Oh yes, yeah.
Well, I found out how to really annoy one of my neighbors the other day. He was walking his little kid home from school the other day, and I was standing out with my neighbor. And you know how things just travel out of my mouth sometimes.
Oh no.
So the kid starts running down the street. So I go, "Run, Forrest, run." Oh God, the look I got from the parent. I'm like, what? It was funny.
Yeah.
They didn't think so.
uh, well, you didn't just explain. Wasn't another one of the terms from that movie gumption? Right? Didn't he talk about having gumption? And
Yeah.
so that you could have just said, "Oh no, that the kid is showing all his gumption." That's why I'm saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Insert foot remove. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, a local spotlight. I had a really great story to tell you.
Hmm.
Well, no, it wasn't great. It wasn't even a story. It was where am I going to get to try to cut this over to here? There we go. Display that. That's St. Lawrence Lodge here in Brockville, and they've got a an undetermined virus running through the lodge. That's a seniors' home. I don't know how many people are there,
Okay.
but anyways, they've gone back to masking, distancing rules from people, and all of that. But what happened today
Hmm.
that came out that is actually a better story. Uh, than that is the fact that we have probably the most scenic and potentially the best restaurant site in Brockville, and it's empty right now. It's down over top of Tunnel Bay, overlooking the river and all of those kind of amenities. It's up about 4 stories, just like a beautiful place for a restaurant. Well, it closed in December because the guy operating it was $758,000 behind in rent. So it got closed naturally. The real estate company just wasn't willing to carry it any longer. But
Yeah.
today, people that we know in Prescott who have a restaurant, they also run the kitchen at the golf club there, are assuming the lease for that restaurant, and they hope to open end of June, 1st of July. So that's a really good local news shout out for us, because
good.
this guy is a no nonsense kind of guy. He'll be up front and he'll have good food, and I think he'll be competitive. So
That's
good for
one thing. If I
Brockville.
can add to it,
Yeah,
if you find restaurants like that that aren't chain
yeah.
restaurants, and you can support them, support them.
Oh yes.
Sylvan has predicted that 4,800 restaurants will close in the rest of 2026,
Wha-
and they're all family owned and operated.
Oh, well, they need
So
our
if you
support.
can find somebody that you can support that's family owned and operated, please do it, because this is their life. It's not. There's no shareholders in this. The only shareholders is the cook.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah.
So that sounds like it's a good restaurant. We'll have to go there sometime.
Yeah, well, we're really looking forward to him opening up. And the other thing that he does that we really like is at his restaurant in Prescott, he has live entertainment once a week,
Okay.
and the people that he's brought in have been ones that we enjoy. So
Okay.
we're looking forward to seeing them at the new restaurant in Brockville.
Good. 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 Well, I'll gladly go with you. It's your treat.
Okay, that would be a good investment on my part. I don't mind that at all. I like it. Okay, switching concepts here now. Let's do our close up our. And I was in a bit of a scramble today because I was tied up before the show started. And Pauline's off work early today, so early finish to this show is going to get me bonus points for sure.
What are you making her for dinner?
I am making her meatballs and rice.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. The thing with the last topic that we have to get around officially to discussing is travel, and I was just wondering if you had any humorous experience or that kind of thing when you've been on vacation or traveling. Like could have been traveling for business or for anything. I had some business travel where it wasn't humorous. It wasn't the least bit funny, but there have been some humorous occasions. What about you?
Um, a lot of kicks and giggles. I'm trying to think of the right way of saying this. I think my favorite story of all time was when I went to the U.S. Nationals back when I was competing in archery. And there was a group from Australia that came up that we made friends with. And one of the guys that I was competing against was about 6'8" and about 350 pounds. Now, they liked scotch,
Ah, yes.
a lot of scotch. So it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. We're in mid Pennsylvania. I can't get the name of the city off the top of my head. And we've got a group of drunken, hungry Australians and a group of inebriated, hungry Canadians and Americans. The only thing open is Taco Bell. Now, this is before they were open 24 hours a day, but the drive-through was open.
Oh, yes.
Well, we were too drunk to drive, so we all walked down, and we all gave them money, and we were like, we want like 55 burritos, 75 tacos, blah, 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 blah. So here's this huge, massive man walks up to the drive-through window and goes, beep, beep. The look on the lady's face, like his eyes were as high as the top of the window.
Oh, yes.
She didn't know what to do. She was petrified. She refused him service because she was that scared of him. He's like, what? Like, what's the problem? But that's the only real humorous travel adventure thing that I can say I've had that kind of stuck in my brain. A lot of kicks and giggles along the way. But that one definitely, just because, I don't know, what do you say to a 6'8", massive Australian man at a drive-thru at 3:00 in the morning?
What would you like, sir?
Yeah. We're closed.
Yes. Well, I had a story, and as you were talking, I'm thinking, geez, I wonder if I told this story already to John. So if I did tell you, stop me. It happened when we went for a golfing weekend in Virginia Beach. And Virginia Beach, it was 4 guys I worked with at DuPont. We were all instrumentation people, and we got out of work early on Friday, and Monday was, I think it was Easter weekend, so Monday was a holiday, and we were going to Virginia Beach driving. And anyway, so we played golf the first day, but we didn't realize that in Virginia Beach, you weren't allowed to advertise that you sold alcohol. All you could do was outside your store, you had your license number. And so we finished playing golf for the day, and we said, well, let's get some pizza and go back to our motel and enjoy it and watch some TV or whatever. So we went into this little pizza joint, and we said to the guy that was making the pizzas, like there weren't even any tables or anything, we said, you know where a guy could go and, sit down and have a beer or two? And the guy said, well, are you really interested? And we said, yes. He says, oh, well, come with me. And he opens the curtain into his back room, and there's a lounge in his back room where he was serving beer and wine and alcohol and everything. So we sat down and had a beer or two, and as necessary, of course, I had to make a quick trip to the washroom. And while I'm in there, a guy said something or whatever, and I said, geez, you're the first guy I've heard in 3 days that hasn't spoken with a Southern accent. He said, oh, we're not from here. He says, we're Canadians. And I said, oh, geez. Well, I said, so is my group. And I said, oh, where are you from? He said, oh, Ontario. Oh, yeah, we got you there. We're same. He said, I said, where are you from? He said, well, Prescott. I said, oh, no, I can't be. I'm from Prescott. I don't know you. And I said, well, where do you live in town? He said, Wood Street. And I said, well, so do I. Where the hell do you live on Wood Street? So he told me, and then he said, well, I'm here with my wife and my daughter-in-law and her husband. I think that's the scenario. And he said, her name is Jean Montgomery. And I said, Jesus, no. I said, yeah. I said, she was in my grade 13 class. So I went out and got to meet this girl who had been in my grade 13 class 10 years earlier. I mean, that was
cool.
What a coincidence. Yeah.
Cool. Hopefully she liked you.
Well, I hadn't offended her previously, so I was okay, I think. Yeah. She was one of the few I hadn't offended.
Good.
Well, I think we can wrap it up here between my camera not working and tight schedules and all that crap. But I think we covered a lot of things. We did a good
Yep.
job once again. This was episode 16, by the way. Thanks very much, John. We'll cut out, go to our outro.